Go.
Welcome to the Doug and Gumby Show. I'm Doug.
And I am Gumby Douglestein.
This week we have a very special New Year's Eve show.
And we will be reviewing some of the significant things that happened this decade.
Also, we have two special guests joining us on the show. The first one, we will be the famous runner for Canada, Percy Williams. The other, you will find out when the time comes.
Well, I guess that we should get the countdown started. We don't have much time before the new decade begins.
Alright, well the countdown begins with the year 1920. And this year, many interesting things happened in the entertainment and sports world. The National Football League was formed. Teams that are included in this were Akon Pros,
Buffalo All-Americans,
Decatur Stallies,
Rhode Island Independents,
Dayton Triangles,
Chicago Cardinals,
Cleveland Tigers,
Detroit Heralds,
Chicago Tigers,
Columbus Panhandles,
Manus Flyers,
Rochester Jeffersons,
and the Hammond Pros.
Wow, that is a lot of teams for a league that is just beginning.
Yeah, it is. I am surprised myself. Another thing that happened is Africa got a soccer team started, and Babe Ruth also had his first year with the Yankees, and man, do I see good things happening with this guy.
In 1921, the Toronto St. Patricks won the Stanley Cup. Also, Helen Trix published her hit song, Keep Moving.
In 1922, the Granites, who are this amazing senior hockey team from Toronto, won the Allen Cup. Senior hockey has never seen anything like this before, let me tell you. Also, the famous Dumbbells unleashed their record, Carry On.
In 1923, the Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup. I can't believe it. I had like $200 on that being Toronto's season to win. Also in hockey, the Granites won the Allen Cup again. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
My hands are killing me from washing all those clothes, and my dogs are burning up from working so hard. If only there was a better way.
Ah, but there is a better way. And if you buy a washing machine, then I will throw in a free dryer just for your convenience.
That would make my life so much easier. Now I'll have time to make an amazing meal for my husband and clean a bit around the house.
This way, you can put the clothes in the washing machine, clean up the house, come back, put the clothes in the dryer, and then finish making supper. Also, you'll have time to catch up on some reading, knitting, or some of your other hobbies.
Thank you so much. I would have never gotten this much done without Washmart. 9, 6, 7, 11, 11, come to Washmart.
And get a free dryer.
Those washers and dryers are the cat's meow. You should hear some of the owners go on about them. Anyway, let's get back to the review. In 1924, figure skating was to be the first sport opened up to women in the Olympics. Also, the Granites went to the Olympics and won the gold medal. It was the second consecutive gold medal won for the Canadian ice hockey team. Just to tell you what the competition was like, in 5 games the Granites scored 132 goals and only had 3 scored on them. One game was 33-0.
In 1925, the National Football League, also known as the NFL, added 4 new teams.
New York Giants,
Detroit Panthers,
Providence Steamrollers,
and the Canton Bulldogs.
In 1926, Disney released 3 movies produced as part of the Alice's Wonderland series. Also, the Dumbbells played Joy Bombs for the first time. Now it is time for our first guest, Percy Williams.
How's it going, Percy?
It's outstanding today, Gumby.
Is it true that you had some sort of sickness in your childhood?
Yes, I suffer from rheumatic fever as a child, which is the reason that I have slightly damaged heart even now.
What was it like going to the Olympics?
It was an experience like nothing I ever felt before. I was thrilled to go to the Olympics for 100 and 200 meter sprints, let alone the fact that I had won gold in both. Like I said, it was an experience like nothing I had ever felt before, and I am sure that I would never feel that again.
I'm so glad to have been able to meet you, and I'm confident that your name will go down in history as a Canadian hero for track and field.
Thank you very much, Gumby, and I'm glad that I can be on your show.
Back to you, Doug, for the countdown.
Many things happened in 1927. Toronto St. Patrick's changed their name to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Hugh Ross, the conductor of the Winnipeg Choir, moved to New York. Also, the Hampton Beach Casino opened up in New York. I wonder if the two had anything to do with each other.
1928 was a great year for women and Canada. Women finally got the chance to compete in track and field events in the Olympics, and in the Olympics, Canada came 10th. Now is the time when we can hear from our second guest. Please nobody call in. He knows what you want, and if he thinks it is important, he will answer in a show. It is Mysterion the Fortune Teller.
Hello, Mysterion. How are you today?
I'm good, but I'm not happy about the news that I have to bring you today.
Oh yeah? What news is that?
Well, I was reading some cards while you were doing the interview with Percy, and I'm sorry to say that I saw something in his future that I wish not to see.
Really? What was it?
Well, I saw that he will have some sort of injury in the 1932 Olympics, and he will never be able to perform to his full capability again. Also, I saw that he will have somebody very close to him pass away in the late 1970s. After that, he will be living in constant emotional and physical pain until 1982, which is when he will take his own life to stop the hurt.
Well, I'm sorry that you and all of our listeners heard that. To tell you the truth, I'm kind of wishing that we weren't live right now so that I could go back and take that part out. But what can you do?
Doug, what's going on in 1929?
Well, the Hollywood Tower is built. This thing is probably the biggest hotel that I've ever seen. I wouldn't be surprised if Disney makes a ride out of it or something. Also, the Dumbbells played a gig at some joint in Toronto. And we can't forget the most important thing that happened this year. This is the year that the Doug and
Gumby!
show was created.
The new decade is almost here.
10,
10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Well, that is all that we have.
Happy New Year!
Join us next week to see what we say about the new year. But until then, good night and goodbye.